Today I'm going to be reviewing this garden netting that was recently sent to me by the brand. Now this is going to be for a variety of different circumstances. I'm going to be using it on some fruit trees. As you can see, I've got some fruit trees over there, and I have had a big issue with deer eating them, those sorts of things. So that's what I'm going to be using this garden netting for. Now obviously you could use it over your actual garden, you can use it over fruit trees, those sorts of details. But let me go ahead and pull it out, show you what it looks like, and then we'll put it over the top of a tree. So this is everything you're going to get inside. So essentially you're just going to get the mesh, and then you're going to get zip ties to help you attach it to either over the top of your trees or whatever the case might be. So let's go ahead and go over to the trees, and then we will pull some of this out and put it over top so I can show you what it looks like. Now it does pull apart, and that's going to be hard to show when it's on the roll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to cut some off, and then I'm going to kind of spread it out. So I'm going to pull off, that's going to say maybe 2-3 foot, something like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and then we'll spread it apart. Now for this, obviously 2 to 3 foot, it expands out a good bit, right? So it's going to go a lot taller and then also a lot longer. So you can see I've got the edge here, and I've got it wrapped around the base of this tree. Now what I would probably do rather than cutting it is I'd probably start at the bottom and I roll out maybe 6 or 8 foot, right? Cut that off, and then I start at the bottom and just kind of weave my way around the tree, because I really only need to protect it high enough for the deer to because the problem is they're eating off the leaves, they're eating off the stems, they're really tearing this this fruit tree up. So it's not really producing as it should, or even it's not even growing as it should, because they're eating everything off of it. So what you can do is you can just cut off a certain amount and then go all the way around. But I just want to kind of show you what the net itself looks like. So this is going to be the netting itself. You can see as you stretch it, it's going to be like the squares, if you turn it sideways, or like a diamond pattern almost. It's going to be on the netting itself. And then I'd say even when it's stretched out, because it does stretch out a good bit, from like the bottom to the top when stretched like so, I'd say you're probably close to maybe 1.5 feet, 2 foot, somewhere in that ballpark when it's stretched side to side. And it does stretch out considerably longer as well, because when it's here, it's like all together, and then you stretch it apart, and so it gets longer and it gets wider. So definitely a good option for you, whether you're putting it over the top of a garden to prevent birds or those sorts of things from getting it, or maybe you're wrapping it around trees to prevent animals. Maybe you've got dogs who love your trees or something like that. This would be a good option for a variety of different circumstances for you. So this garden netting would work great.